Hi guys, today I'm going to give you my spoiler-filled review of Stargirl Season 2, Episode 1 that just aired. I loved this episode. I thought it was a great welcome back to the series. So let's dive into it. Again, there will be spoilers, so if you have not already seen the show, table this and come back, or fair warning, there will be spoilers for this episode. If this is your first time here, I hope you take 1 second and hit that subscribe button and go ahead and hit that notification bell, as I will be reviewing every episode throughout this season. Okay, let's talk about Stargirl Season 2, Episode 1. Hey, Tessa from MamasGeeky here. Thank you so much for stopping by my YouTube channel. Okay, so what I loved about this episode was I felt like it was a really great welcome back. They addressed a lot of the stuff that happened at the end of season 1 and where all of the JSA members kind of are in their headspace after everything that went down. I mean, they are kids, really, let's be honest, and they participated in an epic, insane battle against adult supervillains. Like, that's intense. There's a lot going on there. So I was happy that they kind of addressed that everyone's sort of in a different headspace, right? We've got Rick, aka Our Man, who's out there apparently feeding Solomon Grundy. I don't know if he's just trying to find him or if he's already found him and he's just leaving food for him. He was leaving those big buckets of chicken. Of course, we've also got Beth, who's dealing with the loss of Chuck in her goggles, which is definitely not okay. You know, she's very hurt, very upset, feels very alone, and then it's coupled with the fact that her parents are getting divorced and have been hiding it from her. So that's a lot for her to take in, and she's kind of going through some stuff there. Then, of course, we also have Yolanda, who's sitting here just dwelling on the sound Brainwave made when he died. Was that the right thing for her to do? You know, was it justified? She's really struggling. We see her at church going to confession about it. I mean, she's very much has this, you know, was this the right thing mentality, which is very understandable. And then we have Courtney, who's diving right back into the work. I feel like there's more stuff to be done. I need to go out there and patrol, even though no one's around. She's making them patrol 7 nights a week, and they're like, this is enough. Nothing is happening here. So she's very much, you know, invested in this whole Stargirl thing. We do find out that she has failed history and English and is going to need to do summer school if she wants to go to onto her junior year, which is why this entire season is called Summer School. So of course that's this whole season is focused just on the summer, her summer between sophomore and junior year. I feel like there's going to be a lot going on here. The opening of the show was an introduction to Eclipso, the villain, the big bad of the season, so to speak, where we see that he very much feeds on the darkness of humans. There's this little girl who happens to be related to Dr. Midnight. That was definitely not just a coincidence when we see the last name on the mailbox. So that was really super important, I think, and that's definitely going to come into play later on. However, we see that Eclipso did convince this little girl she was in trouble, convinced her to go across the street to this birthday party, then steal a doll, and then, of course, was clearly murdered, or something happened to her. The mom's screaming. Everything she saw was like decayed, that the little girl saw was decayed with red eyes after she stole the doll. So, you know, this Eclipso really just feeds on the darkness of people, and that's how that's his like villain power or whatever, which is really awesome. I'm excited to see more of Eclipso in this season, especially since we see at the end of the episode that Eclipso is working with Cindy. Cindy is back. Cindy has a whole pile of people that she's planning on recruiting, including Artemis Croc. Of course, that makes total sense, but also including Courtney's stepbrother, Mike, which is a little bit mind-blowing. I'm interested to see which side Mike lands on. I mean, I'm sure eventually he'll end up good in the JSA, but I could definitely see him joining the Injustice Society of America as well. He's on that line. He's on a fine line, and it would be very interesting to see the two of them go head-to-head at some point, Courtney and Mike, and I feel like maybe they're leading up to this. Of course, Barbara is very upset with Courtney for having to go to summer school, as is Pat. They had a 2-week vacation plan. They were very excited about it, and now she needs to go to summer school. So they have told her to hang up the staff, so to speak, and put Stargirl to the side for 2 weeks so that she can focus on passing summer school, which makes me think we're going to get back into that kind of vibe that we had in season 1, where she's hiding her Stargirl efforts from the family. Feels like that's their way of bringing this back in, tying that into season 1. She's probably going to still be doing Stargirl stuff, and just this is her way of hiding it from the family. Super interesting towards the end. We have this girl show up with the lantern and the ring, saying she's Green Lantern's daughter. She gets in a little bit of a tiff with Courtney, but we don't know much about why she's there or what's going to happen. But I'm excited to see her introduced into this season as well. I love when we get new characters, and the fact that we're getting new bad guys and new good guys is very exciting, really cool. We also see a little bit more of Joel McHale, who we know is Starman, and he is looking for Pat. He is at a diner, and he talks to this waitress and says, I am looking for your ex-husband, the one who likes stripes. So I'm really looking forward to seeing more of him, hopefully in this season, at least bits and pieces scattered throughout. The JSA is a little bit in shambles. They kind of all have their own thing going on. Courtney is being forced to take a break from Stargirl. At least her parents are going to think so. So I'm interested to see where this season goes. I think this was a great first episode. Like, let's bring it back. Let's sort of talk about the stuff that happened in season 1, but, not spend too much time on it. Let's show you where everybody is and where we're going. And of course, again, bringing in new characters on both sides, good and bad. Definitely excited. You guys let me know what you thought about episode 1 of season 2 of DC Stargirl down below in the comments. Remember, there's a new episode every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So I will be giving out my recap / spoiler review like I just did here every week. So make sure you stick around for those. In order to do so, go ahead and subscribe and hit that notification bell. I hope you guys enjoyed this. And listen, Stargirl is one of my favorite CWDC shows. Superman and Lois is slowly rising to I like it more, but I really enjoy Stargirl. I think the cast is phenomenal. And I'm excited to see where season 2 goes. Thanks for taking the time to watch this, guys. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much to all of my monetary supporters, my members here on YouTube, as well as my patrons. If you haven't joined yet, please consider doing so. We have some really awesome perks, including a monthly Zoom meeting where we get to talk face to face. Thank you again to everyone who supports me.